Well, the Miami Heat is back, blowing the lead, even though it's not double digits, and losing in heartbreak fashion once again to the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks continue to be a pest against the Miami Heat. And of course, losing what is so important for the Miami Heat to get this win. And you do not get the job done. And more importantly, you did not finish the job. And that sucks. That really, really sucks. And it's unfortunate that we lost this game 115-121 in overtime. This was our game. And in the fourth quarter, they got hot at the right time. They were not missing much shots. And when they finally do miss the shot, the Heat could not rebound. And it's an offensive rebound. And then eventually Kevin Porter Jr. would get that put back in. And you're left with another L. Sound familiar? Sounds familiar, right? Winning 6 straight games to losing 2 straight. After previously losing 10 games straight, winning 6 straight games, and now losing 2 straight games. Wouldn't it be funny if they somehow lose the rest of the way? Actually, that wouldn't surprise me. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna lose. I don't think they're gonna lose the rest of the way. They got winnable games. You got the Sixers coming up. I mean, you got the Pelicans and the Wizards. The hardest game in this upcoming schedule is the Bulls. Anyway, let's go over the box score. We can talk briefly of the game. Taurean Prince with 9 points, with 3 for 6 in field goals, 3 for 3 in free throws, with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 steals. Of course, Giannis with 36 points, 13 for 21, including those dunks, 10 for 14 free throws, 10 for 14, 15 rebounds, all defensive rebounds, and 10 assists and a block. He has himself another triple-double, his second straight triple-double. Kyle Kuzma with 9 points with a three-pointer. 4 for 13 in field goals with 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Brook Lopez, 17 points. He got himself rolling in the fourth quarter. 1 for 4 in three-pointers, 7 for 11 in field goals, 2 for 2 in free throws with 5 rebounds and a block. And Ryan Rollins with 5 points with a three-pointer, 1 more in the paint with 1 rebound, 2 assists, and a block. The bench is where the Miami Heat struggled a lot. And don't worry, Giannis gave them problems too. But the bench gave them worst of the problems. And the worst of all, it's Kevin Porter Jr., like I said. He scored 24 points, 2 three-pointers, 8 for 16 in field goals, 6 for 7 in free throws, 12 rebounds, 11 of them were defensive. And the one offensive rebound he has was the game changer. Was one of the game changers in the fourth quarter. 12 rebounds, 8 assists. He has a double-double. And AJ Green with 10 points, with 2 for 2 in three-pointers, 3 for 5 in field goals, 2 for 3 in free throws, with 3 rebounds, 2 assists. That's bonkers off the bench. The bonkers here with the bench is that the bench, they scored in total, let's see, 9 plus 2 equals 11. 11 plus 24 equals 35. 45 total bench points. 45. Yeah, that ain't going to do you justice. Miami Heat's Duncan Robinson with 16 points, 4 for 10 in three-pointers, 6 for 15 in field goals with 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Bam tried everything he possibly can. Bam Adebayo, I love the aggression from Bam Adebayo, dude. I feel like he's finally channeling the inner demon that he is. I mean, needing the leader, he's going to become that leader. In the years to come, when he's going to have the team on his back, he might be able to deliver. He's going to deliver in the future. And it starts right now, where he's starting to build up confidence. Probably not for this season, because this season might be the lost cause in the play-in. But for the years to come, when the team needed him most, He's going to deliver the leadership that he has deservedly have for the Miami Heat team. He scored 31 points, 3 for 7 in three-pointers. All 3 of the three-pointers came in the first quarter, nothing since. 11 for 25 in field goals, perfect on a line 6, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and the block. He has another double-double of the game. Khalil Ware, 7 points for him, 3 for 4 in field goals, including the shot over Giannis, I believe, as far as I remember. 1 for 2 free throws with 6 rebounds, 1 assist. Alec Burks, great game. I wish he would have finished. But he has 24 points, 6 for 14 in three-pointers. Oh, man. And with some good looks, too. 8 for 18 in field goals, 2 for 2 in free throws with 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Paolo Larson, just a three-pointer, nothing else, with 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Off the bench, you got Kyle Anderson getting better every single time. He has 12 points, 5 for 10 in field goals, 2 for 2 in free throws. That's in the fourth quarter. With 14 rebounds, Kyle Anderson, 3 assists, 1 steal. He has a double-double. And Davion Mitchell, I am going to beg the Miami Heat to re-sign Davion Mitchell. He has scored 20 points. 1 three-pointer came in the fourth quarter. 8 for 15 in field goals, 3 for 4 in free throws with 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. And just not enough. Not enough to beat the Milwaukee team that is a good team. The 4 points in the overtime both came from Bam. Let me give you that at that point. Miami started off well, and it didn't end well in the second quarter. They got outscored in the second quarter, 35-27. The Heat with the better third quarter, and the Bucks have a better fourth quarter. This is a strange phenomenon. Heat, good odd quarters. The Bucks, good even quarters. It's a flip of a switch. I don't know. It's fascinating, but also incredibly frustrating. So, I mean, I don't know where to start. I mean, it looked good for Bam. He's shooting the ball. He is going clutch. He's absolutely going clutch. Duncan was shooting some good ball, but Alec Burks always getting the good looks. And when he does have a good look, he would deliver every single time. Every single time. It's awesome. It's awesome to see. Now, always with Giannis, he's going to drive in to get in a dunk. Always. But Kevin Porter became an absolute nuisance for the Miami Heat, which is bad. Because you're so worried about Giannis, you forgot about other players like Brook Lopez, Kuzma apparently, Gary Trent. More importantly, Kevin Porter and AJ Green. Halftime, it would have been 57-54 because Kuzma made that three-pointer. If it wasn't for the fact that Doug Robinson made that nice three-pointer before the halftime ends, which was a 57-57 halftime score. And in the third quarter, it was a pretty good third quarter. Khalil Ware, Bam Adebayo was shooting the basketball. Giannis, of course, being Giannis. I mean, Giannis really started to take over the third. Kyle Anderson, Duncan Robinson is shooting the basketball, and then finally Kevin Porter is making a shot in. Kyle Anderson, the one thing I love about Kyle Anderson, he does not give up. This is why he has so many rebounds. When he's making an effort to make a rebound, and it's an offensive rebound, he tips it in beautifully. That's what is so impressive from Kyle Anderson. He does it a lot, which is awesome to see. And it's a pretty good third quarter, except it ended badly. Giannis with the N1, he makes that third point. But in the end, the third quarter score is 88-81. Then the fourth quarter, it's an instant response with Giannis, Kevin Porter, and Pat Connaughton, if that's how you say it right. They made that response. They take the lead. It became a back and forth affair in the fourth. Alec Burks with that three-pointer. Davion Mitchell with a huge three. And I believe that was the last time the Heat made a three-pointer that was so big. It was a 107-100 game. And the Bucks instantly make that comeback. Brook Lopez starting to feel it, and Kevin Porter with that amazing three-pointer. They're doing everything possible to stay ahead. They just couldn't do it. And it was an alley-oop dunk from Brook Lopez to get it in. Kyle Anderson to get the points up. Brook Lopez makes that layup, and they just could not get the shot in. And I was like, yeah, we're finished. And eventually they would be finished. But I was shocked that Giannis left wide open, missed that shot. The Heat called timeout with 0.7 left. Inbound pass should have been like Alec Burks or Duncan Robinson, but it's Bam, and Bam did not release the ball in time. We go to overtime. Bam shooting the 4 points that the Heat came, both of them from Bam Adebayo. And the rest was history. Taurean Prince with the drive and layup. Kevin Porter Jr. Brook Lopez missed a three-pointer, but Kevin Porter Jr., that was an overtime, not the fourth quarter. But regardless, he ties it up. And the Bucks, with an offensive foul, they challenged it, and it was a successful challenge because Davion Mitchell with the first contact, even though Giannis elbows Mitchell right about here. And that's so fascinating to me and why I'm so frustrated with the consistency of the league. And it's always, and I'm not saying it's a bad call. Let me put a disclaimer before people start typing in the comments. I'm not I'm not saying that it's the wrong call. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is sometimes when I see the same thing happen to other players, they let it go. They let it go. But if it's somebody like Stephen Curry, in this case Giannis, more importantly LeBron, they're going to find a way to make the other player look bad and guilty. That's all I'm saying. There's a superstar benefit. And Giannis has that one. I'm not saying the call is wrong. I'm saying sometimes a call like that, they overlook it. They overlook the first contact, which is so bullshit. I bet you this. The Heat, if this was the Miami Heat, right? Let's say, for example, Bam is trying to get in the paint, and he elbows somebody right here, right? And let's talk about let's throw in good example here. Let's throw in who could be a good example for Milwaukee. Let's throw in I don't know. I'll just put somebody random. Kevin Porter Jr. Let's talk about Kevin Porter Jr. If this was a situation, right? Kevin Porter Jr., first contact. But bam, the second contact to the chest, offensive foul. Like what Giannis went through, right? So the Heat challenged it. There's the first contact from Kevin Porter Jr., right? The officials did not see that. Instead, the call stands. Do you see where I'm going with this? Of course it didn't happen. It happened with Giannis though. But the Bucks wins the challenge. What I'm saying, my point here, if this was the Miami Heat, this would certainly be an offensive foul. Absolutely. Anyway. It didn't really matter, though, because it was a bad inbounds pass. Taurean Prince turned the ball over to Bam, and Mitchell turns the ball over to Prince. And then Giannis makes a dunk, and that's pretty much it. Kevin Porter Jr. makes the shot in, and Brook Lopez dunks it in. That's pretty much it. The final score is 121-115. Losing 2 straight games, and now we're back down to 10. So... yeah, 43 field goals made. That's 42% for the Heat. 45 out of 87 for the Bucks. They shot way less than what the Heat made or attempted. Actually, both 51.7%. We have 15 3-pointers made, and the Bucks have only 8 3-pointers made, and still somehow we lost this game. 8 for 24. Kobe, how did we lose this game? How did we lose this game? The biggest difference, free throws. Of course, right? Because you got Giannis, who's big, who's aggressive, but it's a superstar. You're going to get the superstar benefits. 23 to 29 free throws. That's 73.9%. Or 79.3%. You know what? You get my point. The Heat only attempted 16 free throws. The Bucks 29 free throws, and they made 23. The Heat with 14 to 16 free throws. That's 87.5%. That's the biggest difference right there. The biggest difference. And that's including the 3-point fouls. Including the 3-point fouls that some of them were committed. Because the Heat out-rebound the Bucks 52-47. Sure, the Bucks with 29 assists and we have 24. Sure, they got a couple more steals than we do, 6 for 4. Sure, they got a couple more blocks than we do. We only got 1 block, and they have 3. Sure, we have 1 more turnover than they do. Those are close numbers. The free throws were not close. There's your difference maker right there. I think if they didn't have that many free throws, the Heat would have definitely won this game. But, of course, the Miami Heat being Miami Heat, they just let their guard down. And this is without Damian Lillard, by the way. I'm not going to say, oh, if we had Tyler Hero, because he didn't play. Oh, if we had Andrew Wiggins, he also didn't play. He missed another consecutive game. That's not what I'm saying. You clearly had the Bucks number, and you did not finish it. And that's another frustrating thing about the Miami Heat. They still can't finish. Or they could finish, but they're right back to the old roots. And that's what's so frustrating. Hopefully they somehow figure it out for next season. Anyway, that's good to do it for this one. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami TVG has it back, and what he does, he'll be right there with the free entertainment you deserve. This is Miami TVG sign off, folks. Good night.